So this episode is called Future Boy Zoltron, continuing the theme of making cool anime references in the titles and then never actually using the reference for anything. Like, seriously. Okay, first of all, Zoltron is almost certainly a Voltron reference. I'm convinced.
I keep hearing that that's an amazing show that I haven't had a chance to watch yet.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Second of all, I never would have predicted any American show would reference Future Boy Conan. That's getting a little obscure now.
Becca Sugar's letting her otaku flag fly.
Yeah. What's next? Is there gonna be an episode called Lapis, the secret of blue water?
I honestly just want to, after Kiki's Pizza Delivery Service, I just want an episode called Lapis's Castle in the Sky.
That'd be great.
That'd be lovely. So let's summarize this episode because so many important things happened in this one.
Absolutely. So, in this episode, Steven breaks a fortune-telling machine that Mr. Smiley brought out, and now has to pretend to be Zoltron, the fortune-teller, from the future, to pay for it. Beach City people put in a quarter, and Steven ends up making up predictions in order to help them. And he ends up helping a bunch of the normal Beach City folk. But then this one very sad man ends up asking very vague questions that he has no idea how to answer. Now, just as Garnet appears just as he's wishing she was here, and gives him from some future vision to help this person. But nothing, even knowing what his future replies to his answers would be, I guess that's how you put it. Regardless, nothing seems to be working. But before he leaves, he reveals his name is Mr. Frowny and was friends with Mr. Smiley. Steven ends up telling Smiley that once again, he only sees Mr. Frowny being sad when he gets there. But Mr. Smiley's still convinced to go see him anyway. At first, it doesn't seem like anything they're doing is actually helping, but Steven quickly realizes Mr. Frowny is playing the bit and ends up breaking character because of how fun it is. And that's what happens in the episode. Yeah. Okay.
Woo.
Oh, cool. I just noticed, my first note is already taking bets on how little this has to do with Zoltron or Future Boy Conan. Go me!
Nothing whatsoever. Honestly, the main thing that scary space robot thing in the beginning reminded me of is at Blackpool, there's this robot clown thing that's like 100 years old on display. And it is one of the scariest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's exactly as terrifying as you'd expect a robot clown to be. But they keep it on display because it's a historical treasure, I guess.
Yeah, it's historical robot clown treasure.
Yeah, terrifying the children of Blackpool for over 100 years. Anyway, that's what the scary fortune-telling robot reminded me of, so just had some traumatizing flashbacks there, thank you very much. Yeah. And, yeah, Mr. Smiley is a weird character. He kind of turns out to be running various businesses and smiling while hating everything, basically.
Yes. I'm not sure Yeah.
I mean, Steven's loving being a space robot when he breaks he gets super into it.
They just cut to him in the costume immediately, and he's just so happy about it.
Yep, he's totally into it. He becomes one of those popular fortune tellers who everyone likes because they tell people what they want to hear rather than like anything actually remotely about the future.
Yes.
And then there's the bit with Onion.
I see prison bars in your future. He just walks away and comes back with a mask.
I'm laughing because for a moment Onion looks like he's seriously considering like if the prison bars are worth it, and then he leaves and he comes back with the mask and goes on to whatever he was going to do. That strange child. Oh my god.
Yes. This is one of those things where I'm expecting if they ever fight Yellow Diamond, at the end of the fight, Onion's just gonna come out of nowhere and just one-shot Yellow Diamond.
He's just gonna turn up with a Molotov cocktail and a deadpan expression.
Yes.
Just, like, no mercy whatsoever.
Just destroy a yellow diamond and just leave. No questions asked.
No big. Yeah, absolutely. Onion is kind of being one of those one-note characters who just turns up for a second to be incredibly strange and is one of the best bits of the episode.
Yes. It's pretty great.
And Garnet also has 2 incredibly good seconds. And it's just like, I wish I could see in the future like Garnet can. I knew you were going to say that.
That was actually the best part of the episode.
That and I want to help some random stranger I just met. That seems like an appropriate use of my powers. And, you know,
Yes.
She's dead serious. She's not even taking the piss. She's all for using her powers to help random strangers. You know, which is adorable. And, yeah. So, and yeah, she just leaves Stephen with her powers and buggers off.
Yeah.
While everything collapses around Stephen, I guess.
I guess.
Or at least Mr. Frowny's life collapses around Stephen, because everything that happens to him is sad.
Yes.
It's driving me nuts, because I feel like he's a reference to somebody, or he's based on somebody, and I cannot for the life of me figure out who.
Yeah,
He reminds me so much of somebody, and I don't know who. And it's going to drive me mad.
Yeah, I know, right? I actually thought his voice actor was like some celebrity or something, but not particularly. He seems to just have like random parts here and there, just random shows.
Yeah, maybe it's also his voice does sound like somebody.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he just sounds like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. It's driving me absolutely nuts.
Yes.
It's probably just because he has such a typical, like... I feel that's an accent I associate with a lot of English writers and poets. I don't know why.
Because they're sad.
Apparently. I don't know.
Like, for like a minute, I thought he might have been John Oliver being really sad.
No, he doesn't sound anything like John Oliver.
Yeah, then after a bit, I was like, no, that's not it.
Yeah, it's got me nuts. I figure I've seen him in. He was in Robin Hood Men in Tights as the Dungeon Mater D. I don't think that's what I recognise him from, because I don't think he was doing the same accent for that at all. He was Alfred Pennyworth once.
Yeah. Okay.
No, this is gonna. I'm gonna end up yelling by the end of the episode because I can't figure out who he is. But anyway, he is just being like a certain brand of English comedy that consists of just going on about how shit everything is.
That's exactly what I thought was going on. That he was just this weird sort of joke on British comedy or something.
Yep. Everything's terrible, and it sucks, and you try to do something good and it sucks, and just life is shit, especially the weather.
Laugh, damn it.
Yeah, it's hilarious because it's not happening to you. I was deeply not expecting Mr. Smiley backstory. Like, that's legitimately not a thing I ever expected to see.
Yeah, me either.
But, yeah. I kind of get... I feel this is another episode that's kind of going, hey, you want to hear all about the power of honest communication between friends? Yay, that works.
Yeah.
You know.
There was also the bit at the beginning with Petey, who is a character who is bizarrely never focused on ever.
God, yeah, I even forgot that. I forgot about that bit entirely.
Yeah, like it's like they've slowly introduced a personality where he's like overly organizes everything, but it just basically never focused on ever. It's very weird.
No, he just kind of turns out to be there and probably hating his dad for something.
Yes, like, yeah, it's really weird because I feel like they could do more with him somehow.
Yeah, I mean, you don't actually see Steven spend that much time around kids his own age aside from Connie.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe you'd expect to see him hanging out with Petey a bit more.
Yeah.
Mostly when you see him, he's working in the fry shop, to the extent that it's probably in violation of some child labour laws.
Probably.
So yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I just don't know what to get from this episode. Like, it's just a little odd. Like, he's just overly sad the whole episode. And then at the end, he's kind of not, because he does a routine, I guess. And, okay, yep.
Yeah, it's an oddball little episode.
like, for a while I thought, is Steven gonna have to prevent someone from killing themselves? This is getting a little too sad.
That would have gotten super dark. I know. Yeah, my last comment on here is just the bit where I was like, I really thought we had something. I'm just like, I ship it. Why not?
Why not?
Just because at this point, at that point in the episode, I was very much entertaining myself with it.
I did like when Steven came along with Mr. Smiley to see him. He says hi, and then Mr. Frowny's like, he came to life! He's so
He became a real boy!
Hooray!
It's one of the little breather episodes.
Yeah, basically.
Gives you a moment to deal with all the latest plot.
Which is kind of amusing, because all the past couple of plot episodes were basically, hey, remember the stuff that happened in Season 3?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. So, Zoltron at the beginning, and Steven later when he tries to replicate what he said, he brings up, he says something along the lines of, your lucky numbers are, let's say, like 1663 W. It just seems like a stupid joke, because W is obviously not a number. But someone pointed out that the coordinates do actually match up to one of the things that was shown on the map in that episode a couple weeks ago with the books. You know, Buddy's book, and the thing Pearl and Garnet gave him those locations to go to, and apparently that is one of the locations.
Of course.